let's get into the rest of the tea. Let's get into Blake Lively, because I know a lot of y'all are antsy about the Blake Lively situation. And I can't believe I'm even saying this. It's kind of painful to even say this, so I gotta say it slowly. Shout out to Candace Owens. Shout out to Candace Owens for this video. She did a great job of connecting It Ends With Us, the movie, to Deadpool. Okay. And it's a smoking gun. It really, really, really is. Hi, Hayat. So basically, it came out in one of the lawsuits that Justin Baldoni filed. I think it was against the New York Times. He said that, what did he say? So he said that they used Ryan Reynolds' movie Deadpool to try and humiliate Justin Baldoni. They used a character called Nicepool who wore a man bun similar to the man bun that Justin Baldoni wore. And then he identified as a feminist. He gets, shot and killed by Blake Lively's character Ladypool in front of a floral shop, all sorts of things like that. He's saying, that's me. They're trying to bully me through film. And all the naysayers all this time have been saying, no, there's no connection, nothing like that. He's just making things up, and this has nothing to do with anything, right? And so now Candace Owens has linked the two films and why it is important that we talk about that situation. So take a look at this video that was posted.
Blake Lively did this at the end of the credits for It Ends With Us. They left an Easter egg, okay? So here we go. These are the ends of the credits for It Ends With Us, and you'll see right there, it says Gordon Reynolds. They're thanking a special thanks to Gordon Reynolds. She thanks Austin Swift, she thanks Taylor Swift, and she thanks Gordon Reynolds. And when you look up who Gordon Reynolds is, and I will now show you the end credits for Deadpool, it's Nicepool. So on his own movie, you guys, on Justin Baldoni's own movie, Blake Lively thought it would be funny to include an Easter egg in the credits to let people know that the person who viciously mocked the director and the producer and the person who took this book from obscurity and turned it into a film, it'd be funny to mock him with an Easter egg.
Boom. There it is. They were mocking him. They were playing in his face this entire time. And I guess that Blake Lively has been hanging out with Taylor Swift a little bit too much, because that's what Taylor likes to do as well, right? To plant these little Easter eggs. Hers are a little bit more innocuous. They're more so hints about who she's dating or whatever. But this time, Blake decided to use that technique to insult and humiliate Justin Baldoni as she took his film from him. And I gotta say that my jaw is on the floor. I'm really, 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 really looking forward to seeing how this is going to factor in to Justin Baldoni's $400 million lawsuit. Yes, Theo, she is trying to get into entertainment. And to Jen's point, she has been making some pretty good points about this case. Do you guys see how painful this is? And I'm glad y'all can feel my pain. It hasn't been easy, y'all. It really hasn't been. Melissa and everybody else to admit that she really did have a point here. So, my question is, why that? I feel like, okay, with a Nicepool, you can kind of get away with it. You can have all these excuses. But when you take this movie and you say that this character from Nicepool is to be thanked in a movie that has nothing to do with it, it becomes very, very obvious that you are trying to send some sort of a message. And it's crazy because, again, when I was watching Deadpool, I didn't know anything. Like, I knew there was a scandal between Justin and Blake, but I had no idea what to look out for. It's only now in hindsight that all of this stuff is making a lot of sense. But there's no other reason for Blake to mention Nicepool in It Ends With Us if it wasn't to mock, to kind of harass or to kind of bully Justin Baldoni. And it's just insane to me that she did that. Like, it feels like this is really, really going to harm her case. So now we've got this. Then, Melissa's saying that Candace didn't come up with this. She was just repeating it. Okay, that makes me feel a little better. So we've got that. And then what did I just say we had? The kind of proof that the New York Times had access to her lawsuit before it filed, about a week or 10 days before it even filed. Like, it's really, really, really starting to pile up against her. But at the end of the day, if she can prove actual harassment and like these other things that she's alleging, then she still does have a chance of winning. However, it's not looking good. This was not necessary. This was a film that they were doing about DV. So to go from doing a film about DV to trying to promote your hair products, trying to promote your drinking, your beverage brand, right? And then turning it into a Barbenheimer moment. And now you're doing this to mock someone who even came up with the idea to turn this into a film and fought to turn it into a film is insane, y'all. It really, really, truly is. I am gobsmacked at it all, right? So good morning, Hamlets, Brittany, and everybody else filing in. It is so, so, so nice to have you all here on this beautiful Friday morning. Deborah, Hayat, April, Cynthia, good morning. Good morning, Mary. Okay. By the way, if you're enjoying the stream, please don't hesitate to go ahead and give it a good old-fashioned thumbs up so that YouTube knows you enjoy the morning report and my videos in general so that they do not stop getting served to you. Now, speaking of Justin Baldoni and and Blake and Ryan and everything like that, I do have a little bit of a development in their entire lawsuit ordeal. Blake and Ryan have just filed a motion to dismiss Justin Baldoni's lawsuit against them. I've got a copy of that I want to go ahead and read to you. Listen, this is not breaking news, to be honest. It's kind of standard procedure whenever lawsuits are filed against people. I doubt it will be thrown out, but this is something that, happens pretty much all the time. So their legal team wrote to the judge, and I quote, "Dear Judge Lehman, on behalf of defendants Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds in Wayfarer Studios LLC et al. Versus Lively et al., together the Lively Reynolds parties, we write in response to the court's January 22nd, 2025 notice of the initial pretrial conference. And the Lively Reynolds parties intend to move to dismiss the plaintiff's complaint." Again, standard procedure. I don't believe that the lawsuit is actually going to be dismissed or anything like that, but I don't think it's crazy that they are trying to get it dismissed nonetheless. Keep an eye out, y'all. This is getting more and more interesting, especially with the help of internet sleuths. I don't know if Justin Baldoni's team caught this before the internet sleuths did, but if that's not the case, then I think that the sleuths are really going to help them in this battle. And this is kind of reminiscent of, and I hate to compare it, but it's kind of reminiscent of the Depp v. Heard, right? Like, a lot of people online were finding different things, sending it to the attorneys and stuff. I do think that to a certain point, it can be overwhelming and it can kind of cause issues in the case because they've already got a solid case and whatnot. And so if there's a lot of people sending in information, especially if it's all the same information, that can make it rather difficult for the attorneys to keep up. But yeah, I really do think that is what's happening here. Again, unfortunately, this lawsuit is not going to be televised the way that Depp v. Heard was. But yeah, stick around. This is very, very interesting stuff. I'm really fascinated by some of the points that people are bringing up here.